afternoon, viewers. You're watching NewsX. I'm Kriti Mehta. Now, in a major news, a major move aimed at providing relief to citizens amid the global energy price volatility. The centre on Friday reduced excise duty on petrol to rupees 3 per litre from 13 and on diesel to 0. There is no excise duty now on diesel. It was earlier rupees 10. This was a decision that the government made and has been hailed by several senior leaders for its focus on easing the burden on the common man. Union Minister Jitendra Singh said the move was highly courageous. Union Minister Piyush Goyal said the government was ensuring that India's growth engine remains unhindered by prioritizing domestic supply through strategic export duties on diesel and aviation turbine fuel. Union Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan hailed the decision, saying that whenever India has faced crisis or adverse global conditions, Prime Minister Modi has consistently demonstrated decisive leadership and strategic foresight to safeguard citizens' interests. The decision follows escalating tension in West Asia due to the ongoing conflict involving the US, Israel and Iran, which has led to a blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, a crucial route that handles nearly 1/5 of the world's crude oil supply. Before the crisis, India sourced around 12 to 15% of its oil imports through this route. Now, we're going to take a look at all the reactions coming in from various leaders. Alright, let's take a check. Here is the post that has been put out by Union Home Minister Amit Shah. Amit Shah is saying, as the world is reeling under fuel shortages amid the West Asia crisis driving up prices globally, the Modi government's decision to cut excise duty on fuel brings a much needed relief to the citizens. While many nations have hiked diesel and petrol prices, Modi government's decision to reduce excise duty underscores its people-centric governance and sensitivity-led decision-making. Kudos to Prime Minister Narendra Modi for this decision. That's the post by Union Home Minister Amit Shah. Let's move on to some other reactions that are now coming in. Dr. S. Jaishankar, External Affairs Minister, has also put out a post saying, a swift and decisive intervention by Prime Minister Modi to shield 1.4 billion Indians from global price and supply shocks and amid the West Asia crisis impacting energy and commodity markets. Central excise duty on petrol and diesel for domestic consumption has been cut from rupees 10 per litre each, cushioning consumers from rising prices. Export duties imposed rupees 21.5 per litre on diesel and rupees 29.5 per litre on aviation turbine fuel, ensuring adequate domestic availability. Citizen first approach to safeguard affordability and ease of living. Alright, Kiren Rijiju, Union Minister, also put a post saying it's a major relief for every citizen. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the government has reduced fuel excise, petrol duty revised from 13 to 3 rupees per litre and diesel brought down to 0 from rupees 10. Despite rising crude prices due to the West Asia crisis, we have ensured no additional burden on the common man while easing pressure on oil companies. That's the post from Kiren Rijiju. Moving on to some more reactions that are coming in. The Union Minister Piyush Goyal says it's a decisive move by Prime Minister Modi to shield 140 crore people of India from the global turbulence. Despite the West Asia crisis causing ripples in global energy markets, the centre has ensured direct price relief by reducing excise duty on petrol and diesel, by prioritizing domestic supply through strategic export duties on diesel and ATF. The government is ensuring that India's growth engine remains unhindered. This is a testament to the Modi government's unwavering commitment to making ease of living a reality. Nirmala Sitharaman, the finance minister, also saying in view of the West Asia crisis, the central excise duty on petrol and diesel for domestic consumption has been reduced. This will provide protection to consumers from rise in prices. Honorable Prime Minister has ensured that citizens are protected from the vagaries of supply and costs of essential goods. Further duties have been imposed on export of diesel at 21.5 rupees per litre and on ATF at rupees 29.5 per litre. This will ensure adequate availability of products for domestic consumption. Parliament has been notified about these changes. So broadly, those are the reactions coming in from the union government and the ministers of the Modi cabinet. Let's also look at what Prahlad Joshi has said. He's saying Honorable Prime Minister has once again demonstrated exemplary leadership in the challenging times. The significant reduction in excise duty on petrol from 13 per litre to 3 and on diesel from 10 to nil reflects the decisive and people-centric approach of the Modi government. The intervention will help cushion the impact of global energy shocks arising from the war, ensuring relief and protection for consumers across the country. Dr. Jitendra Prasad has also put out this similar post. So the government of India and its ministers are now putting out these various tweets emphasizing on the work done by the Prime Minister of India, especially cushioning Indian citizens from the turbulence in Middle East and the crisis on oil prices that we are looking at. Let's go across to Malika Pandey, our foreign affairs expert in the discussion here. Malika, this is a big relief for the citizens of India, for the common man, and especially for the oil marketing companies. What do you think has enabled the government to take these decisive steps?
Kriti, after we saw that the dangerous lines are being blurred in the West Asia war, where civil infrastructures, energy infrastructures are continuously being bombarded, what we saw that India has reacted to it. It's reacted very well. Our government has made a very well calculative move in terms of India's energy security by also focusing on multi-alignment, not only focusing on one country, but being friends with different countries, diversifying its energy interests, diversifying its purchases, and also at the same time it's also focusing more on kitchens than factories. So our focus, the government's focus, has now shifted from factories to kitchens. It wants to protect its kitchen rather than the factories. Here factories, of course, the manufacturers, the big industrialists are going to take a hit, but the domestic consumers are kitchens are going to be protected by the government of India. So we are seeing that it's not only a global crisis, it's not only India's crisis, it's a global crisis, Kriti. That's what we need to understand first. And Indian government, it's mapped the entire energy infrastructure, how they are going to release, how they have ramped up the local refineries to produce, how they have diversified in different areas, how our government time and again comes on air and addresses the concerns of the people to stop panicking and to stop black marketing. Like in one of the instances, what had happened, that we had seen a surge of 50 lakh LPG cylinders pre-war which were being booked, like 50 lakh cylinders were booked per day pre-war. But post-war, because of panicking and because, there were also reports that the opposition is kind of flooding the misinformation of how there's going to be an energy crisis, we saw a surge in that to 75 lakhs of LPG cylinders booking per day, which was panic booking, which also increased black marketing of the LPG cylinders. So government has also taken strict measures against that. And that is why time and again we are seeing that inter-ministerial coordination is taking place. Mr. Hardeep Singh Puri, the petroleum minister, keeps on interacting with the press, media, and also the citizens of the country, keep telling them of how they are battling the energy crisis. So, Kriti, we are seeing the entire energy infrastructure being mapped by the government of India very well, calculative steps being taken. So, unlike our neighbor like Pakistan on 23rd March, cancelled their Republic Day because of fuel crisis. Philippines is left with only 42 days of LPG cylinders and energy. We're seeing Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, all our neighbors, all our Asian neighbors also in deep trouble, whereas we are seeing India in a very comfortable position, Kriti.
Yes.